What's on, guys? Just about my channel. Tonight I'll be doing a video for Friday Night Smackdown, so let's get to it then. They're showing everybody going to the arena and stuff, which was okay. So letting you guys know, this was taped earlier today, but during the day we're in the U.S., but they filmed it at night. So yeah, which was earlier today, where we're at and stuff. So anyways, excuse me. At ringside, Kurt Rhodes' music hits and he makes his way out to the ring before Rhodes can get word out. Randy Orton's music hits and he comes out to the ring to join Rhodes. The king of the ring crown is front and center in the ring, and both Rhodes and Orton wait for the crowd to stop singing Orton's song, the theme song, and stare at each other in the ring. Orton starts first and says he has something to talk about with Rhodes, but he first wants to address Rhodes taking on Jey Uso for his semifinals match, and says their match was one a hell of a match. Honestly, it was good and stuff. So, anyways, the feed freezes and we cut to a break. Whoa, kind of. I'm guessing there's some kind of going on from WWE and Netflix side as we were still on break, and feed cut after they froze. That was OB. Oh, day once Netflix gets their. Okay, you know what? Just letting you guys know, mine was on the USA Network. So, anyways, Brandon was talking about how things been with the King of the Ring semifinals and stuff and blah blah. But yeah, anyways, this person did half of it. Anyways, Wade Barry and Michael apologized for the technical difficulties. We're back on. Uh, Backstage, Solo Sikoa talks to JC and tells him about to show Jimmy Uso what it's like to blame himself Uso to start elections and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, we have a first match coming up: Jimmy Uso versus JC Mateo with Solo Sikoa. The bell rings and Mateo gets Uso on his back and smacks him against the turnbuckles. Mateo punches out Uso and fights back with chops and punches. Mateo takes down Uso with a clothesline and then punches Uso. Uso clocks Mateo and sends him out of the ring. Mateo's kicked off the apron and Uso goes for a suicide dive and stops because Sikoa stands in front of Mateo and we cut commercial break. We come back to SmackDown. Mateo has Uso in the corner and then runs into a kick by Uso. Uso starts chopping Mateo and kicks him from the corner again. Uso comes off the top rope and Mateo catches Uso and slams him down with a sidewalk slam and then punches him. Mateo hits a standing moonsault and covers Uso for a 2 count. What you got? Uso hits a corkscrew splash on Mateo and both men are laid out. Uso kicks and punches Mateo and then goes for a Samoan drop, but Uso can't connect. But Uso kicks Mateo in the head and hits a running hip attack in the corner to Mateo. Uso kicks Mateo out of the ring and then hits a suicide dive on Mateo. Outside the ring, Sikoa tries to get involved and Uso kicks him off and then goes to hit Uso splash on Mateo, but can't. Uso hits Tour of the Islands and gets the win. So winner's JC Mateo. Oh, just letting you guys know, I didn't feel like doing AW Collision and stuff because I know it was kind of boring last night, so I didn't want to do it. Anyways, after the match, Sikoa goes to help Uso and asks him if he's ready to come back, and puts his arms out to hug Uso. Uso slaps Sikoa and Mateo attacks Uso from behind. Sikoa and Mateo go to double team Uso, and Jacob Fatu runs out and dismantles JC Mateo and then locks eyes with Sikoa. Fatu goes after Sikoa, who rolls out of the ring avoiding Fatu. Fatu then moonsaults onto Mateo and then stands face to face with Jimmy Uso. Sikoa goes to attack Fatu from behind, and Uso pushes Fatu out of the way and super kicks Sikoa. Fatu and Uso stand in the ring as Sikoa and Mateo leave. Alright, back to the deal. I talk about the White Sticks on how they're gonna handle things and stuff, blah blah. Anyways, we have cut to Julia video promo to respond to Zelina Vega stuff. Anyway, second match coming up: Women's United States Championship match. Zelina Vega, who is a champion, versus Julia. Vega takes down Julia off the bell and goes for a quick cover. The women trade pinning attempts and then both start kicking each other. Julia slams down Vega and suplexes her. Vega kicks Julia off the top rope, sending her to the outside. Vega comes off the middle rope and hits a moonsault on Julia. Outside the ring, we get commercial break. Back to the match. Julia headbutts Vega and then hits a top rope moonsault drop kick on Vega and then covers her for a near fall. Julia gets Vega in a submission hold and then slams her face down to the mat and covers Vega for a near fall. Vega sends Julia into the steel steps and then hits a Minarara on Julia against the steps. The women trade punches in the ring and Vega takes down Julia with some clotheslines and a back elbow. Vega hits a knee on Julia and slams her into the turnbuckles. Vega hits a double knee followed by a middle rope mini roll. Vega covers Julia for a 2 count and then climbs the ropes. Julia catches her on the top row and climbs her with her. Julia hits a double underhook suplex from the top row, and Vega kicks Julia and hits a code red, and Julia uncovers Julia. Julia reaches the ropes and the pin is broken. Vega climbs the ropes and goes for a moonsault, and Julia moves out of the way. Julia kicks Vega a couple of times and then slams down Vega with the Northern Lights bomb and gets the win. So winner and new Women's United States Champion, Julia. Alright, Trevor Flair backstage talking about they're not friends, stuff about they need help and all that stuff. But anyways, alright, come back from commercial break. Wade Barrett in the ring. Alright, I have a little segment with the Queen of the Ring with between Asuka and Jade Cargill. And Wade Barrett's in the ring with the Queen of the Ring crown. Barrett invites Jade Cargill and Asuka to ring. Barrett asks Cargill about her upcoming match. Cargill says she has purpose and she plans on taking the crown, the title, and the throne. Asuka tells Cargill that while she may be strong, power isn't everything. Asuka says she has skill and experience and asks Cargill if she knows who she is. She's Asuka, and no one is ready for Asuka. Cargill tells Asuka she's going to regret, and Naomi interrupts them. Naomi says she has all the power with her Money in the Bank briefcase. Naomi reminds Cargill that it brings her pure pleasure to ruin Cargill's biggest night, like she's been ruining Cargill's life. Cargill pushes Asuka aside, and goes after Naomi, and Naomi retreats Asuka, and then beats up Cargill and leaves her laying in the ring as Naomi talks trash to found Cargo. Adam Pearce and Nicholas talks backstage right when they're talking about Aleister Black. About to talk Aleister Black stuff. R-Truth comes out of nowhere, runs in, wants John Cena and stuff, and not Truth and stuff. He takes care of himself. I'll just tells Black he will take care of his issue and stuff. But Aleister Black walks silent. Anyways, alright. We have a third match coming up. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano versus Andrade and Rey Fenix. Oh, by the way, DIY, I'm sorry. Andrade and Ciampa start off and Andrade gets Ciampa in a waistlock. Ciampa breaks free, but Andrade chops him and tags in Phoenix. Gargano runs in, and DIY is double teamed by Phoenix and Andrade. But Andrade and Phoenix both come off the top rope and splash into DIY outside the ring. We get commercial break. Alright, we're back, and Ciampa covers Phoenix for a 2 count, and then hits an elbow and stomps on him. Gargano is tagged in, and then Ciampa is tagged back in, and Phoenix is double teamed. Phoenix knocks Gargano out of the ring, and then kicks down Ciampa. Phoenix goes to tag Andrade, but Gargano pulls Andrade off the apron. Ciampa takes out Phoenix and covers him for a 2 count. Ciampa and Gargano double team Phoenix, and Ciampa then chops Phoenix in the corner. Phoenix rocks the ropes and kicks Ciampa in the face. Gargano and Andrade are tagged in. Andrade takes down Gargano with a dragon screw and then knocks Ciampa out of the ring. Andrade misses a mirror and Gargano is caught and dropped. Andrade hits a reverse tornado DT and covers Gargano for a near fall. Ciampa is tagged in and Andrade is double teamed. Ciampa covers Andrade, who kicks out of the pin and cut commercial break. Back to SmackDown, all four men are laid out in the ring. Gargano and Andrade punch each other in the corner, and Gargano climbs the ropes. Andrade joins him and goes to hit a superplex, but Gargano blocks it. Gargano tries for a sunset flip, but Andrade flips out of it and hits a mirror on Gargano. It's a moonsault and hits a moonsault and tries to get the win. Phoenix and Ciampa battle and end up out of the ring. Andrade and Gargano trade punches in the ring. Phoenix is tagged in, who hits a moonsault into a bridging suplex and covers Gargano for a near fall. Gargano rolls up Phoenix for a near fall. Gargano hits a poison rana, and Ciampa is tagged in. DIY hits a fairy tale ending, and Phoenix kicks out the pin. Ciampa hits a underhook backstabber and covers Phoenix for a 2 count. All four men are now fight in the ring. Phoenix and Andrade double team Ciampa, and Andrade hits a message on Ciampa and gets the win. So winners are Rey Fenix and Andrade. Alright, R-Truth is in the ring. Truth asks for some respect on his name and calls out John Cena. Aleister Black shows up behind him and hits Black Mass on Truth. He tells Truth that they are even now. Brian Saxton catches up and Street Profits talk about what's next for them and about the Y6 and all that stuff. So anyways, Aleister Black walks backstage and then comes Damien Priest and Damien Priest tells I know how R-Truth is and stuff. So yeah, and says and tells Priest and then walks away. And then I said Mello Mello Hayes comes out and Priest tells him to get lost. So yeah, Anyways, I have a fourth match coming up. Ford and Loomis start fourth match W Tag Team Championship. The Street Profits are the champions. Andrew Dogs Montez Ford versus Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy with the YSX, Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, and Nikki Cross. Ford and Loomis starts the bout. Oh shit! Come on. I'm sorry, guys. I had that name by accident. Um. Anyways. Oh shit! Forward Loomis start. Forward Loomis starts the bout. Forward kicks down Loomis and Gacy is tagged in. Forward is double teamed and Gacy senton onto Ford and covers until Dawkins breaks the pin. Los Garza, DIY pricing and Morrissey machine guns come down to ringside. Gacy hits a springboard clothesline and we get commercial break. Alright. Back to our tag title match. Loomis covers Ford for near fall as we come back for commercial break. Loomis puts Ford in a chin lock. Ford breaks the hold and kicks Loomis. Loomis and Ford clotheslines each other and take down each other while colliding with each other. Gacy and Dawkins are tagged in, and Dawkins takes down Gacy with a spinning elbow. Gacy headbutts Dawkins, and Los Garza take Loomis out of the ring. Dawkins runs out and throws Loomis into Los Garza. DIY attack the Profits, and the match ends. So winner by disqualification, the Street Profits. After the match, the tag teams attack Loomis and Gacy, and Eric Rowan runs in and takes most of the teams. Praxim and MCMG take out Eric Rowan. Uncle Howdy his sister Abigail on Axiom, and Street Profits come in and take out Uncle Howdy. Dawkins and Forrest suicide dive on all the teams outside the ring. Alright. Alright, Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Tuck in the parking lot. So they said, "Teacher, I don't need your help," and what's up, and also says, I respect you and stuff, and Fatu says, yeah, let's see where this won't have an issue and stuff. Alright, so anyways, fifth match coming up, WWE Women's Championship, last woman standing match, Tiffany Stratton, who's a champion, versus Nia Jax. Before the bell, Jax attacks Stratton and then throws her into a turnbuckle. Jax takes the pad off the turnbuckle, and Stratton sends Jax out of the ring. The fight spills out of the ring. Stratton sends Jax into the steel steps. Stratton comes off the apron and collides with the steps, and I saw my camera messing up, don't fuck it up, with steps, and Jax clears off the announce table. Someone drops Stratton onto the announce desk, and we cut commercial break. We are back, and Stratton beats Jax outside the ring with a candlestick. Jax gets back in the ring, and Stratton comes off the top rope and hits a crossbody on Jax. Stratton goes to the other side of the ring and climbs the ropes and hits a swanton bomb on Jax. Stratton kicks down Jax and hits a double kick on Jax. Jax gets Stratton on her shoulders and slams her face first into exposed turnbuckle. Jax crushes Stratton in the corner and then knocks Stratton out of the ring. Jax slams Stratton's head into the steel steps, and Stratton gets back on her feet before the 10 count. Jax drives Stratton into the barricades and then places Stratton on the table outside the ring. Jax gets on the apron and splashes off the apron through the table. Stratton takes out more tables from the under the ring. We cut commercial break. Back on Raw, Jax bulldozes Stratton down to the mat outside the ring and then drives her into the barricade. Stratton gets a chair and hits Jax in the stomach and then hits her over her spine. Back in the ring, Jax starts beating Stratton with a chair and then drags her to the corner. Jax has a annihilator on Stratton and then hits another with a steel chair on Stratton. Stratton gets back on her feet and Stratton smokes her with a candlestick and then sets up a table in the corner of the ring. Jax gets Stratton on her shoulders and then climbs the ropes. Stratton counters and powerbombs Jax through the table, and both women are laid out. Both women get back on their feet at 9, and Naomi runs down with a briefcase. Stratton clocks Naomi with her briefcase and then hits Jax with a case. Stratton moonsaults onto both Naomi and Jax. Naomi rolls out of the ring, and Jax elbows Stratton and then tries to suplex Stratton off the apron through two tables outside the ring. Stratton counters and hits Jax with a briefcase, sending Jax through the two tables. Jax is still down for the full 10 count, giving Stratton the win. So winner and still WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. Oh, thank goodness she won. Anyways, John Cena's music hits and SmackDown's final segment is underway. Cena makes his way out to the ring. Cena says he's a winner and CM Punk is a loser. Cena says after Night of Champions, Punk is done and there's nothing he can do about it. Cena's old theme hits and CM Punk comes out dressed as Cena from his Dr. Thugonomics gimmick. Punk gets on the mic and says Cena stole his pipe bomb, so he's ripping off Cena, but Punk does a little rap on Cena. Punk says Cena has buried talent and doesn't blame Cena for retiring since WWE hired his ex back. Damn. Punk stumbles on his words and tells Cena that Batista is a better actor than him. Punk takes shots at Cena's film career and calls Cena wash up. He calls Cena a leech and phony. He tells Cena he will lose to Kendrick tomorrow, and Cena is Punk's Drake. Punk drops the mic and poses on the barricades as Cena looks on, and the show goes up there and stuff. Man, that was funny as hell. And well, Punk says I'm making my bitch and stuff, and making my Drake and shit. Damn, man, that was funny, man. I can't stop laughing. I can't believe he went there making fun of John Cena's old, music and shit, old attire and stuff. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this right now. So, anyways, that was this first video. Hope you like it. Now, whatever stuff. So, let's grab, hit the button, leave a comment. Hey, you guys, want to leave a comment stuff. I don't care, guys. And that was it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably in the afternoon or the evening, because I'm probably gonna be tired after Night Champion is over and stuff. So, anyways, all right. So I can see you guys tomorrow. All right, later's.